and welcome to this edition of Your World. I'm Megan McNerney. Today is a special edition as it is August 30th, 2010, 5 years after Hurricane Katrina made landfall in New Orleans. This edition of Your World is taking a look back at the disaster and seeing how the people and the city have rebuilt. The National Hurricane Center described Hurricane Katrina as one of the most devastating disasters in U.S. history. Here's a breakdown. Hurricane Katrina first hit Florida on August 25th as a Category 1 storm. It strengthened from a Category 3 to a Category 5 in the 12 hours over the Gulf of Mexico. The hurricane finally hit the Gulf Coast on August 29th as a Category 3 storm. 1.2 million people in the northern Gulf Coast from Louisiana to Alabama were under evacuation order in the days leading up to Katrina. The national disaster included 43 tornadoes and storm surges nearing 30 feet. The maximum winds extended to a 30-mile radius. All of these factors added up to a dangerous outcome. It was the costliest natural disaster to hit the United States, with a total damage of more than $80 billion. The total of direct and indirect deaths were more than 1,800, with most coming from Louisiana. The lower Ninth Ward of New Orleans was the hardest hit by Katrina. This is what the aftermath looked like. 5 years later, this is what the area looks like now. Much of the lower Ninth Ward is frozen in time. It is dotted with abandoned homes, many still displaying the spray-painted markings left by the Katrina search teams. About 15,000 people lived in the lower Ninth Ward before Katrina. More than 3/4 of those residents have not returned. President Barack Obama visited New Orleans on Sunday and spoke at Xavier University. He said the construction of a fortified levee system to protect the city is underway. Obama vowed that the government is doing everything they can to help New Orleans improve every day.
Now, I don't have to tell you that there's still too many vacant and overgrown lots. There's still too many students attending classes in trailers. There's still too many people unable to find work. And there's still too many New Orleans folks who haven't been able to come home. So while an incredible amount of progress has been made, on this 5th anniversary, I wanted to come here and tell the people of this city directly. My administration is going to stand with you and fight alongside you until the job is done, until New Orleans is all the way back, all the way.
But in the rubble, there are glimmers of hope. 2 years after Katrina, movie star Brad Pitt toured the area and was upset over what he saw. Pitt established the Make It Right Foundation. The foundation has a vision of building affordable, eco-friendly, and storm-resistant homes for families whose lives were devastated after the levees broke. So far, Make It Right has helped rebuild over 50 homes in the lower Ninth Ward. Pitt said he's doing this to help the families in need.
I'm telling you, will be one of the greenest communities in the U.S.
Meaning solar panels?
Oh yeah, another great thing about the installation here is all these materials here are non-toxic. This pink that you see here, it'll be reused in chairs and umbrellas, and nothing goes to waste here. Nothing goes to waste. It's all lit by solar panels, and those panels are the very panels that will end up on a family's home. So there is not an ounce of waste in what you see out there.
Will it be protected against the next Katrina?
Well, that's the hope, and that's the plan. The levees are certainly better than they've been. There still needs to be work going on. That's supposed to go on until 2011. The wetlands now being addressed. Mr. Go's being shut down, which became a conduit for exacerbating the strength of the storm, and we're building this with the strongest methods that are known today. So people who want to be here, be back here, have the best shot that they will ever have.
New Orleans' biggest employer and biggest source of tax revenue is tourism. The industry employs more than 70,000 people in the city. These jobs include chefs, street jugglers, and blackjack dealers in its casinos. Before the storm, New Orleans welcomed some 10 million visitors to the city who came for business and tourism. After the hurricane hit, the city's Visitors Bureau reported a drop to just over 3 million visitors. Over the past 5 years, tourism has made a comeback. In 2007, visits jumped to 7 million, and while the country's economic crisis has also hindered tourism, New Orleans continues to grow. In 2009, the Visitors Bureau counted 7.5 million visitors. Those visitors spent more than $4 billion during their travels. Millions have also been spent expanding tourism sites, such as the Audubon Zoo and the National World War II Museum. This year, the city has its largest Mardi Gras celebration in 25 years. And of course, the sports fans in New Orleans have a reason to celebrate. This year, 5 years after the stadium served as a shelter, the New Orleans Saints took home the Super Bowl trophy. Well, that's all we have for this special Hurricane Katrina edition of Your World. I'm Megan McNerney. Thanks for joining us.